guys, it's Tai Lu, the one, the only, everybody's favorites. In today's video, we're going to be getting into my semester. I said that I was going to do a video really getting into how I felt about my first semester back in school and just my experience, and yeah, we're going to get into it. So the first thing I want to get into is that I do have a video talking. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna put it here, because when I'm editing, I'm gonna be like, girl, why would you say that? But I'm going to link it below if you want to really get it. If you really want to know why I went back to school, what I'm majoring in, and the passion behind it, and that whole process of getting enrolled and all of that stuff, go to that video. This is more so of like, okay, it all happened. How do I feel? And what can I learn? What did I learn? What I learned about myself, what I learned about Keen, what did I learn about so many different things. So let's get into it. So my classes. So I explained in my other video that I have 5 classes this semester. That's a light load compared to everybody else. Like, everybody else's classes be like 7. People be having like 7, 8 classes, or like, it's not really, they don't really say it by classes. It'd be like by credits, like 18, 19 credits. I'm a full-time student, and I got my little notes over here, y'all. I took 12 credits in total. Now, I didn't want to plummet myself, because I'm like, I have not been in school in 5 years. So it just didn't make sense that I piled on a bunch of classes. And no, I knew that I needed to pace myself. I knew that I needed to have balance in my schedule. This is why I had a dance class and I had a swim class. And what I learned about having those classes is that they're very much needed. Like, it's not your average or usual to just, be sitting there at the desk, and just listening to somebody go over some slides. Like, that's really what school has become, or maybe that's what it always was. I don't know. Like, I just expected more kind of engagement, but for some classes, it's really just you sitting there and them just reading the slides and you take the notes down. I went through a lot of like learning lessons this semester, like especially with books. I was so nerve-wracked and just like going crazy, because my financial aid, as you watched the other video, was late. It came on I think after the first week of the first week of school. So I didn't get a chance to fill out my classes like how everybody else did. I didn't get a chance to really prepare like everybody else did. And I really didn't get a chance to, like, that first week means a lot. Like, you come in here in the second week, and I had to literally email all of my teachers and explain to them, like, hey, can you excuse this absence? Because I didn't even know if I was going to be able to be in school, like, because that was delayed. And not only was my financial aid delayed, but my NJ TUIT grant. If you know, that's like the extra money for being a Jersey needy bitch. Like,
I can't eat! I'm broke, nigga! I'm broke! And you got the power to change that, Kev. Nobody else. You.
Basically, just being like, it's just extra help. And I was granted that. I'd never experienced that before when I was in school. And it's because I think it's because I was a dependent, but I filed for independent because I am an independent student. I do take care of myself. I do pay my own bills. I'm in this solo. So yes, I'm independent. So they give you more support and more help, but you do have to just fill out those necessary forms. And it's super easy. You just sometimes just gotta tell people your business. Girl, I don't got no money, and then they will give you some. But basically that was delayed because I took half courses. Now let's go back to the classes. I had 2 classes because this is what happened. I had a computer science class. I think it was 12:31, and for my requirements, I do have to take a CPS class, computer science, but it can either be 1031 or 12, I think it's 1234. I could either take one of those sections. I just, I'm like, oh, I gotta get my schedule together. I gotta just, put something together. I didn't meet with an advisor because from my viewpoint, I didn't see it. Keen has like a new updated cloud, and it really did make things confusing because for the longest, I'm like, why can I not see my information? And it's because they have like this new thing going on. So that was that. So yeah, I took half courses. So what they do is they want to verify your enrollment. They want to make sure that you attend those classes. Second term classes started October 28th. So I only had one first term class, which was dance, and swim, and my holistic health class was for the second term. If you don't know, I'm a criminal justice major, and I'm a public health minor. So it makes sense, right, that I have these health classes that I'm taking. And I really do love my health classes. I really do. Like they're just super easy. And like it's fitting for what I do in my spiritual work and just learning more about like the mind and holistic health and all that good stuff. So but those classes started late, so they delayed my money, y'all. I had the bank. Cha-ching. I'll put a little sound effect. I had the bank, but I didn't have it. Like it wasn't dispersed yet. And when I tell y'all, I was on it ass. I was like, where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money? I was going to student accounting when I should have been going to financial aid though. This lady, I don't know who she was, but she literally, first she told me, oh, it's going to be there in about 2 weeks. Mind you, I'm dealing with a situation at hand where it's like, I'm depending on these finances for my housing for the semester. So I'm like, I need to make sure that I have that so that, I can, have somewhere safe and just stable and where I can focus, where I can be comfortable. That matters when you're a college student. Like, you really want to have somewhere that like is just an environment, a supportive environment, basically. And not to say that where like my environment wasn't, so the people weren't supportive, but like the space, like I just noticed that it was just taking a toll on me mentally, and I was just like, I know that if I'm going to soar through this semester, I have to invest in my own space and yeah, and have my own space and have my own room and have just like my peace and my sanity. Like it's just not gonna make sense if like that really matters. I'm telling y'all, like it's one thing. And I'm just gonna give an example. Like say you're trying to get an assignment done or get an exam done or trying to wake up for a class early, it's just to be mindful about not only what's in your home, but like what's around your home, what's the transportation around your home, what's the energy and vibes and all of that. And these are important factors that I knew that I was like, yeah, I know what I gotta do. And I know that I could have kept all that money to myself. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna save and this, time, the third. But I was like, no, I have to invest in better for me and what's comfortable for me so that I know that I can get through what I need to get through. So yeah, and it did all work out, but there were very intense delays. I even dealt with a little bit of instability that nobody knows about, and but I pulled through and I pushed through, like, but it was all worth it. And it finally came in like, I think like the very end of November. So if you are taking second term courses, you need to be mindful that your money is going to be delayed. That's something that I feel like they don't talk about or tell people enough, like when it comes to financial aid and stuff. But to get back to the lady, she was basically like telling me like, oh, your money was sent back and da-da-da. I'm like, I feel like you don't know what you're talking about. And lo and behold, she did not know what she was talking about. Like, it was not that at all. I got in contact with the financial aid office. I was going down there too, y'all. Like, I was trying to understand, like, what's going on. Like, I'm about to be on y'all asses. Because, no. Like, because I'm just... When I was in school before, when I was a little young girl... I'm still a young girl. Like, I didn't stand up for myself. I didn't vouch for myself. I didn't assert myself. So this time around, I was like, I'm not gonna let like no office play with me. I'm not gonna let no teachers play with me. I'm gonna be in your face. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna be all up in your noggin so that I can get what I need. Okay. So, and that's something that I just learned. See how life and entrepreneurship and that hustle, that fight that is applied in this institution setting, because it's like I'm going to beast my way through here and make sure that I get my resources, all that I need. And we're going to get into that more in a video on Keen's resources and how much they really helped. So yeah, so that was like a thing going on with the half courses. And it did kind of feel like an ending. Like I just felt like kind of like a death, like when my dance class ended, because I was really enjoying that dance class. It was ballroom dance, and I even still have the shoes. Like I invested in the shoes and everything. And I was just so excited for it, and then it just ended. And then, but it was like a new beginning because the other classes were starting. Now, the holistic health class is an online class. I also had to reach out to the professor to be able to have access to the class, because it's not all the time where you can just sign up for classes. Sometimes it's a waiting list. Sometimes you have to reach out to the professor. Sometimes there's a prerequisite. So many different things. Like it's not just, oh, I'm just signing up for classes. No, not all the time. So I was like, I really need I need to fix these credits. So like I was saying about the computer science, the first week, second week, I'm like, I'm not really feeling this. Like it was like JavaScript. It was some bullshit, basically. And at this time, I did not have my laptop. So I'm just kind of like, it does not make sense to continue this class. And I, number one, don't have the main thing. I was in the class for like the first 2 times. And I was like, damn, I'm sitting next to them. I'm like, what's going on? Can I see your laptop? Can we work together? Like, I could have continued to do that until I got my laptop, but I was like, I feel very disconnected from the professor. And I'm going to be picky and choosy. I'm spending my money to learn this information. I can be picky with professors. I can change if I wish I had more time to drop it, because now it counts as like a withdrawal instead of like a drop, because I didn't have like that first week to like fill it out. But I was like, no, something literally was telling me like, nah, like if I'm trying to really like come to school and like really show out and like perform better and all of that, I need to make sure that it makes sense. And like she just was not being helpful either. So I was like, I don't necessarily have to take this course. I can take another one which is much more easier. It's not all these JavaScripts and codes. It's just like PowerPoint presentation and learning how to work web browser and stuff like that. Like super simple, and that's something I'm going to take a different semester. But that was my decision to be like, nah. But because I got rid of that class, I had to replace it to make sure that I still had 12 credits. And I'm so thankful to the financial aid office. They were not giving me no problems. They were very supportive and just letting me know like, your money is delayed because of your other courses. And well, they started being supportive. Somebody in that office must have got cussed out, because for a minute it was just like, y'all know with college, like sometimes the financial aid office is just like the most difficult to be done. Friendships and connections, like how I got out and like got to know different people. So I made sure that I started to talk to people, because fun fact, before I enrolled in spring semester, I was literally there all year since fall. Once my cousin's friends attend Keen, and I would go there with her, and I would like work on my own little stuff there. So I was already like shadowing the school, but I was not talking to nobody. I was just to myself, and I knew I made it my mission that I needed to connect with people. So I talked to the library. I talked to not everybody, but like I'm very friendly. I'm very open. I help people out if they need it. I talk to the librarian. I talk to the workers. I talk to anybody, any race, color, creed, whatever. Like I was talking to everybody. And I made it an initiative to like just connect with people and get out of my comfort zone and not have like this. Some people, and that's another thing, I feel like a lot of people could be very intimidated like by my beauty, because like when I used to be like walking past people and like people would see me and I was like, why is is everybody scared to talk to me? Like, do I look like, sometimes I ain't gonna lie, maybe I look like a teacher, especially when I'm like beat to guards and dolled up. But yeah, me singing a lot and just getting around different buildings. Like I didn't just go to class and go home. I didn't just go to class and go to the library. Like I didn't stay stagnant in one spot. Like I was in the student center, I was in CAS, I was in the gym. I was in the gym. First of all, I was not in the gym every day, but I was in the gym consistently. Like at least maybe like, I want to say at least 1 or 2 times a week. Like I was in there. I didn't have no set schedule, but I was just like, it just fit in with my emotions or whatever that was going on, and just like filling in the gaps of the day or filling in time. Like, this is free. This is a resource. Not even this is free. I'm paying for this. So I'm going to go in there and work out and sing. So that's another way I connected with a lot of people this semester, was singing. I was singing on campus a lot. Like I will go to the basketball court, and if you attend camp and if you see me singing by the basketball court, yeah. So there's a basketball court and then there's a field next to it, like for soccer or whatever, or softball. And in the beginning, before it got cold, like it used to be really popping over there, and I used to go over there and just sit down and sing and just take my break. That was like my breakthrough time or break free time. Like, okay, I've been in the library for 5 hours. I need to go outside and get some fresh air, and I'm gonna sing. So it attracted a lot of people to me. Like I remember one of the main people, shout out to, I don't know, should I name drop in here? I mean, they're my friends. A friend of mine where he heard me singing. I was practicing Beyonce's Before I Let You Go. It's that high note she has in the middle. It's like the build up and the high note, and I was practicing and practicing. He was like, you sound really good. Like, you ever thought about going to the studio? I'm like, I'm sitting here trying to get this note, and he's talking about somebody sound good, but that's just me critiquing of myself. But then we start chopping it up. Like, it's very easy to connect with people and talk to people on this campus, at least. So yeah, like that's a way I met people. I ate at the dining hall a lot, because it just does not make sense to me to spend like $40 on a smash burger. That shit is $40 and change and tax. Okay, say no. It don't make sense to do that. And I'm like, they're grilling burgers here. I could put that shit in my bag and I can still eat. Like, I don't know. I was just kind of thinking a little bit smarter, and not just spending my money on, like, you know how they have like Auntie Annie's and Smash Burger and Chipotle over there, and a lot of different food spots. And I'm just like 2 and 2 together. I like touching my own food, and that salad bar was my best friend, y'all. I ate salad all semester. Like, me and salad grew like this. Hey guys, it's Tai Lou, and I'm eating breakfast before I have class in the morning. This is my first time eating in the dining hall, so I didn't know nothing about it, but it comes clutch. I think it's way better than I was about to get Starbucks, but I was a little too early. I think they open up at 10, but period, because this is better. Like, it's basically like a all you can eat one swipe. So
I didn't know that. I'm learning. I did go to the school before, but it's a lot of things that I didn't do and I wasn't involved in. So I'm still learning my ways around. And basically, I just had sausages, a croissant, a banana, and I always got me a side salad. You gotta have your greens, and you gotta feed your spirit before you consume information. So
this semester, because I was eating so much greens, and yeah, I really appreciate that. And it's fresh. That's the thing. Like it's not a lot of places where you gonna get you some fresh greens, because they just be treating it like it's nothing. Like the damn Cougar's Den. I hate eating there. I'm sorry. Like I got a salad, but I got a salmon salad. The salmon. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to come for it. I'm not trying to say y'all don't eat there. Just in my experience, the wait one time the wait was long, and then the second time, and the food wasn't even all that. And then the salad. I hate a dirty salad, or I hate when like it just tastes like this just been sitting here. And then the salmon was like mad salty, and I was just like, the dining hall wouldn't have done me like this. I would have got me a fresh salad, okay? Um, and I just like the variety of it all, and the fact that I can connect with people. So I did, I go in there, I sit in. I love sitting down, just eating to myself, but I did make friends that way too, going by the quads to, to smoke too. Smoking is a social thing. So there's like certain spots, campus, where that happened. So I connected with people through that as well. Just talking to people, not caring, like, play, you gotta play, like, like just just talking. So it wasn't hard to make friends or to spend time with people. Shout out to Kim, shout out to Bella. I didn't really make too many friends in my actual class. Like, actually, no, I did. Danielle, Alicia from dance. Pretty much everybody in dance was really cool. I didn't keep up with them though. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm telling you, like, from September to October, it was like an energy, and then from the end of October to December was a certain energy. Like it was, I don't know if it was because I had second term courses, or it was just the energy. Like, y'all let me know down in the comments. Y'all feel like it was like that for y'all too? Like where the end of the semester was just like something's off or weird, or it just don't feel the same. Like, but yeah. What else? Yeah, so that was friendship and love and all that good stuff. Um, I I did go to a game, a football game. I did explore like the STEM building. I did a lot of volunteering this semester, so I'm getting a little tired, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, but I did do some volunteering. Not the Christmas gift wrapping, which ended literally when I got there, because they finished early. I just wasn't late, but it was a time slot that you can choose, and they just finished up early. But I did in October get involved with the Nork Arts, and that actually was an opportunity that I think it was in September when I just went over to what's that? The Nork Art Space. It's like Nork Artists. It's over there by on Broadway, downtown Nork. I literally just went in there and I was like, oh, like, do y'all need help? Do y'all have volunteer opportunities? And I just gave her my email, and then I started getting emails for when they had volunteer opportunities, and it was the gold ball, and I decided to go. And that was a really good experience, just also networking, getting to meet people, um, getting to work with people, getting to, just be in back in my community, because I'm not gonna lie, I was in union. Like, I was in union, but my usual is like, I like moving around a lot anyway. Like, I'm talking like in a day, I'll be in North Newark, then I'll be in Brooklyn, then I'll be in then I'll be in I don't fucking know. Back at school, like I can move around. I can. I like that. I like a change of scenery. I like seeing different things. So that was a good thing for me to get a volunteer opportunity just to get connected back with like my roots in Newark and just being in the art scene and seeing what they have to offer and who are these people and you know how I can stay involved and all that good stuff. So the volunteer opportunity was pretty chill and cool though. They even gave like a little gift card and you know free food and snacks and all that good stuff and just talking to people, like I love it. um then now on top of all of this, so I never was able to find a job, y'all. Like I know I was talking about that in the other video where I was like, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm applying to roles and I'm applying to positions. I was never able to find a job. I met with my career advisor. I went to the career fairs. I even looked at the positions they had online and I just couldn't find anything for me, and also nothing got back to me. So it's just like a thing of also just being patient and waiting. I am excited about an internship that will be starting this spring though. But it's probably for the best. Like I was just starting, I was just getting my feet wet with school again, and it probably would have been really overwhelming had I had school and like a 9 to 5 clocking in every day type of job. So my business kept me afloat, and also a really good family member would support me, and I was very appreciative of that because that was something that really opened my mind this semester. Like damn, like I don't know, like it meant a lot to me to go back to school and just I want to see what the support looks like this spring. Like I don't know, like with certain people, like I said, on top of that, so that didn't stop me though. Like I still held my business down. I was still taking clients throughout the semester. I was still consistent on social media, not just with like my reading content, but with my me content. Like I was vlogging, I was still editing, I was posting singing videos, going, you know, doing my vocal lessons, putting myself out there, taking pictures. Like people don't understand, this is not just me trying to be cute. This is me trying to, you know, this is exposure. This is me putting myself out there. It's not just about, oh, she's just on the ground, she's just being cute. Like, and as you can see, like my pictures are very natural. I don't edit anything. I don't have any filters. Because I want people to see like this is me, this is my beauty, and this is my authentic self. So yeah, I started my little singing videos and putting that out. So I was still pushing towards something and very consistent with that, on top of just being in school. Now, moving forward to, yeah, like I still was following my passion. So many people could think like, oh, just, you know, me going back to school means that I wouldn't have time to still pursue my passion and sing. But if anything, Keen was in the campus and just being around like all the creativity and even like being outside and, you know, the hot spot, like by the basketball court. Like there's a song I literally recorded called I Don't Give a Fuck that I was recording. I'm telling you, it was so nice outside. I was sitting by the basketball court. Everybody was out there. And it was like a whole crowd. And I was not paying them no mind. I just had my headphone in and I was recording. And I was like, I don't give a fuck right now. Like and I recorded it. You can hear the basketballs squeak in the squeaking and everything. Like, if any, like it did not stop my passion. It fueled it. It gave me the resource of the music rooms, the piano rooms, to practice the notes. I learned how to whistle this semester. I learned how to belt. I learned how to just go, you know, learn my voice, learn myself. I didn't work with anyone. I'm kind of like, I just kind of like go in a room and sing and practice because that's my instrument and go along with the keys. But next semester, I want to get more connected to those who play instruments Maybe I could start me a little band. That would be really nice. That's the thing too. Like, I'm not hard on myself about like things that are not working out for me, especially when it comes to like work and stuff. Yes, it frustrates me, but it's like I am I have a bigger purpose. I clearly something is bigger for me, and I cannot wait for that to take off because I just feel like I'm special and everything is gonna work out. Like, I feel so at peace at the end of the semester. Like, let's get into that. My emotions, y'all. I was under a love spell this semester. Like, I had a crush. Um, I had a like a hmm. I don't know. It was just like a weird situation. I don't want to call it like. I don't think I'm ready to talk about that just yet. But a lot of things traumatic happened throughout the semester. But I just kept my head high and just kept being like, I really want this. And it's like, this is my experience with it hard and with like it feeling like, fuck, how am I gonna do this? Like, I'm telling y'all, I used to be going through something and then like, boom, gotta go to class in the morning, and I would make it. Like, so it's like if I can pivot through and, you know, I'm not where I feel the most supported. Imagine when I do have that support. Imagine when I'm in a much more comfortable space, it will be more easier and more supportive. So I'm just really proud of me. So like I made it through, you guys. And I wanna talk about that too, because like it was heartbreaking going through like all those emotions. But what got me through was that laptop back there and journaling. I started, so I'm a journal girl down. I journal in my notes, I journal on my phone, I journal on my laptop now. I started journaling in my laptop as soon as I started journaling on the computer, the library. What got me through the semester was journaling. I could write, I could honestly publish a book with how much I wrote this semester and just going through all of my emotions, but it helped me so much. Um, the tough times, the dark days, the time. I don't think I ever wanted to give up, but I definitely just felt like, why is God not like what? Why am I still like I would? It's almost like I was still dealing with the frustrations of this year. Nothing changed, but oh now you got class, now you got assignments due, now you got to keep up, now you got to keep up with the race. And it's almost like I was tested, and I really hope that I passed. Oh, well, clearly I did, because I'm still standing strong, and my GPA is a 4.0, baby. Like, all the grades are not in just yet. It is the 24th, and they're due by Friday, so I'm excited to see what they all accumulate to, but I'm pretty confident that it's gonna stay a 4.0. Like, I have high A's in all the class right now. All of my classes right now have an A. That should say A. Like, period. Okay? Period. Like, because, girl, get it together. Because it's like, when it comes to me and like my grades, like I haven't, like I've always been really smart, like, and you know, getting on a roll, and but it was a moment in time where I just really did not give a fuck. So it translated into like, okay, you're not I'm not, I can see that I was achieving really high this semester, and that's all it is with your mindset. Like, don't even look at it as I'm not even looking at it as I want the highest GPA ever. I'm just like, I have something to prove to myself that I can do this, that I can have I can have an A, and it shows up in the itty bitty things. Get the assignment done, get it in time. That's due, get it in time. Y'all know from my vlogs, there was some assignments and presentations that I would do the day of or do the day before. And it's because I was working on other things. It wasn't just because I was like, whatever. I was doing other things, I was working on other things, and sometimes just mentally, my mental capacity and my emotional capacity was just like, I can't even concentrate on this right now. So I would, I would go on walks, I would, and I would write, but I still got it done. 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 So yes, your girl has all A's. Finishing out the semester. I'm so proud of myself, and more than the credentials, my peace of mind is good. Like, no matter the trials I went through, because I went through some things, I'm not comfortable talking about it yet to the fullest maximum capacity. Maybe I'll write a book about it, but it was a lot. It was a lot for one little girl that's just wants her education. It was a lot. And to come out sane, to come out at peace like this, to come out on top of her grades like this, girl, like, I deserve, I kind of already spoiled myself a little bit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I did like have a little pizza party celebration to myself. And I was just so happy that I made it. And this is just the first finish line. There's so many more to go to the major finish line, walking across that stage. Okay. And again, because I am gonna go to law school and I am gonna be a civil rights attorney, period. Walking across them awards show stages as well. Okay, because your girl is here for I have so many purposes, and I'm passionate about it. And I think that's what kept me alive, is just being like, my heart is in it. If your heart is not in something, anything could knock it off. But it's clear that my heart is in this, and it's like, life is like, bow, bow, bow. And I was like, I'm not stopping. I'm still gonna go to class. I'm still gonna get this assignment done, period. Not for nobody, not for nothing to prove. This is for me. So that's my end of semester video. I think I covered everything. It's like 40 minutes. I'm about to go upload this right now, so I know. But yeah, let me know down below if you go to Keene, if you are thinking about going back to school yourself, if you got any questions. Like I said, there's certain things that I'm comfortable talking about, and certain things I'm not ready to discuss. But what I mean by it, they're just traumatic. It's traumatic experiences that happen, or traumatic time periods that happened through the semester, where it was like, I don't know. We'll get there one day, y'all. But I am going to I just feel good. I'm glowing. I'm very happy. I'm very at peace. I feel like this to myself. Like, I'm so proud of myself. And I'm just gonna get better. Trial and error. I'm not buying no books next semester. That's the first thing. That was the first thing. It's like, nah. It's trial and error, and it's like just forgiving myself for the mistakes that I made, and like, I'm allowed to move on. I'm allowed to move forward. If it was embarrassing, if it was traumatic, like, it's not me. What's me is my heart is in this. I'm passionate about it, and I'm just yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video.